Hey, is this thing on?
Hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Definitely here on YouTube, we see a lot of people who are sharing their 5 a.m. morning routines, and I think that is absolutely fantastic for them. I am not a 5 a.m. person. Catch me at a good 8 a.m. and I'm your girl. Anything before that, no thank you. I wake up early, I feel nauseous, and I don't really get into a productive flow for the day because I'm focused on how tired and behind I feel on my rest. So personally, I am not the girl that wakes up at 5 a.m. in order to get things done and feel productive, and I'm probably never going to be that girl. However, just because you are not waking up at 5 a.m. does not mean that you cannot have a productive day, a productive morning, midday routine, and evening routine. And there are three main components that help me to be extremely productive without having to sacrifice my sleep, because guess what? It's important to me, and I feel like I can still be my best self and still accomplish so much without having to feel like I've missed out on my rest. But here is something that I know is true for me, and it's going to be true for you as well. For people who can wake up at 5 a.m., they have to be extremely disciplined, which is very admirable. But if you're someone like me who's not going to be disciplined enough to wake up at 5 a.m., then you have to be disciplined in other areas of your life to make sure that you can still be productive. And those three areas are scheduling, routines, and consistency. So starting off with scheduling, my calendar looks completely insane because every single thing that I have to do is entered into my calendar. I feel like time blocking is extremely helpful because I'm able to identify all the things that need to be done and then assign a time in the day to take care of those things. It's kind of like chunking. So say for example, within a day, I need to work, go grocery shopping, film some content, and clean up my house. Then I'm gonna block off that time. Okay, let's say I'm gonna work from 8 to 3. Then after that, I'm gonna film content and batch all my content from 3 to 5. After that, I'm gonna go to the grocery store from about 5 to 6, and then I'll tidy up from about 7 to 8. It doesn't have to exactly be that type of schedule. I can move things around, but if I've identified how long all the main things that I plan to get done in that day are going to take, then I can put them into time slots on my calendar to make sure that I'm doing everything, I'm allowing enough time for myself to get them done, and I'm doing them to the best of my ability. So yes, even though technically, since I'm not that 5 a.m. girl, I've missed on that time from like 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. in the morning where I could have done more things, but I chose to prioritize rest, but I'm still prioritizing everything that needs to get done for the day because I'm following a schedule. But here's the thing with the schedule. You cannot decide that you're going to deviate from it because then you're not going to be productive. So you can't get into a hole of scrolling on social media or getting lost into watching TV or things that are not going to help you with your day. Or even if it's like things that you think are productive, like, oh, doing a load of laundry or adding in a quick workout. Yes, those are great things, but again, if you haven't scheduled it into your day, you have not allocated time for it, then you're not gonna be able to do all the things. Something's gonna have to give, and you're gonna feel like you're not being productive because your to-do list is not finished or accomplished for the day. So include every single thing that you want to get done. You may have to extend that time a little bit later into the evening or a little bit earlier into the morning within reason. But if you block out your entire week, you will definitely see that things can get done and they can be accomplished, but you have to follow a schedule and you have to be disciplined to make sure that you're completing all the things that you put on that schedule and on that calendar for the day. The second way that you can still be disciplined without necessarily having to wake up at 5 a.m. is to make sure that you have routines. And when I say routines, I mean concrete routines, tried and true, fail safe, that work every single time. And you have to know how long those routines are going to take. So for me, I feel like my routines start at nighttime. I like to do a brain dump and a calendar overview, see what I have coming up, get all the things out of my mind that could keep me from falling asleep, and if I'm going out somewhere, prepare my outfit for what I'm gonna wear the next day. Then that way in the morning, I can go straight into my morning routine, which usually includes working out, skincare, hair and makeup, eating breakfast. Then I have my afternoon routine and my evening routine. So it runs on a cycle. So there's never a point where I'm like, what do I do now? How do I fill my time? Because I have my routines in place. And going back to that first tip of scheduling, your routines need to be into your time block as well. So if I know that I need 2 hours in the morning to make sure I work out, shower, do hair, skincare, makeup, and eat, then I know what time I need to get up, what time I have to get started, put those pieces into the puzzle of that time block, and actually follow through, be disciplined with my routines. And remember that your routines are not flexible, but they are adaptable. So if for some reason what you've been doing is not working, if it's taking up too much time, if you feel like you're not devoting enough time to it, adapt it. Make changes, sit down and assess what you can do differently to make your routines work for you. Because the thing about a routine is you have to be disciplined. You have to do it continually, you have to follow through. And if you're not sure of what you need to get done or how you need to do it, it's gonna be so much harder to get things done within that shorter amount of time within your day. You're gonna have to be like, all right, fine, let me try the 5 a.m. even though you feel like that's not something for you. So be diligent in your routines, be honest with yourself, map everything out, and see the impact that it's gonna make on planning your life and helping everything that you have to get done to actually be accomplished in a way that you feel really great about. And the third thing that you have to have if you're not gonna be a 5 a.m. girly is consistency. We all have things going on, but remember, as much as you schedule, as much as you plan, as much as you have routines, there are things that can come up. So if you are already in a consistent flow, have that consistent mindset, you're gonna make sure that you're getting things done regardless of what else is going on. I think about this a lot in relation to creating my content. So for example, if I have a lot of travel coming up for the summer, I know that I need to sit down, get this camera going, write out my scripts, pre-plan everything. If I'm gonna take pictures for Instagram, like create moments and times where I can get those things done because I wanna go, I wanna enjoy myself. That's not a bad thing at all, but just because I'm not gonna be consistent while I'm on vacation doesn't mean I can't be consistent and take care of things beforehand. Get everything batched, get everything loaded, edited, and scheduled so it goes out to you like normal, like routine. I'm keeping up with that consistency, but I'm also able to give myself time for rest, take a little break, and still be able to be consistent in what I do here on YouTube. So that same idea or sentiment can apply to so many different areas of life. Remember, you don't have to be a 5 a.m. girly. In reality, on a regular basis, you will not see me up at 5 a.m. Unless I'm going to the airport to catch a flight, I'll get up for that. I got places to go. But under normal circumstances, that's just not me. And I have to be true to myself, but also knowing that my Enneagram is a 3, the achiever, I have to be true to myself in that aspect as well and show up for myself. And you need to do the same. So remember the 3 areas that you have to follow through on and be disciplined in if you want to be productive, even though you don't want to wake up early. Scheduling, routines, and consistency. I promise those 3 pieces to the puzzle will make your life so much easier, and you're gonna be really proud of how productive you've been and the positive impact that that productivity and that discipline has made in your life. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.
Please like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at Affirmations with Amber.